So my wife and I were long-term musical theater lovers. We grew up playing instruments and singing. I actually played in a number of different bands and orchestras, including pit orchestras in high school and for much of college. When I was in college, I also played in the Baylor Jazz Band. So again, broad interest across the wide spectrum of musical theater that we have here at Theater Under the Stars. But after we moved to Houston, became aware of TUTS. This was in the early 90s. We went to a few shows, eventually became season ticket holders, and that's really how I came to know the organization. So for me, it really was the fact that we were a local theater. I think it's great that there's traveling Broadway shows. I'm fortunate enough to be able to go to New York from time to time and catch shows. But I feel like we're blessed here in Houston that we get to have access to a lot more, with Theater Under the Stars really being sort of the diamond in that theater community. And so that's part of it, that we're local. It's part of it that we actually produce several of our own shows. We don't just host other shows, and that puts to work and creates career opportunities for local artists, musicians, singers, dancers, actors, and plus, people who haven't been in theater often forget all the production value, all the costumes and the staging and the props and the lighting and the sound and all those other things. And that's all employing local Houstonians. And even for the traveling shows we host, often there's pieces of that we're filling in that aren't part of the traveling show cast or crew. And then to add to that, TUTS has these two schools, Humphreys and River, and providing education, again, for young, hopeful singers, dancers, and actors, or for special needs families as a form of therapy, is terrific. And then, of course, our TUTS education mission goes beyond just what we host in our own facilities, but what we do out in the community. I'm telling you, it's like a pep rally. Right? I mean, when I went the very first time and saw all the kids and family members who went to the schools or were parents or siblings of the kids who were on stage, and how supportive and excited they were for their kids to have that opportunity, it was hard not to, get carried away in it all. Right? So it's really a lot of fun. The families and the kids have a lot of fun. And again, the performances are just incredible. So just buying a ticket supports the awards and you get entertained. So if you have no other motivation than that, it's a good thing to do. And I hope any of those who see this video will do it. But beyond that, again, if you care about the arts, you care about musical theater, you care about the future of those things, having talented kids like this continuing careers in that field will help promote it and perpetuate it, out into the future. But they got to pay for college. It's not getting cheaper. And especially schools that have good fine arts programs are not getting cheaper. So being able to make a donation on top of your ticket purchase to help support the scholarship program goes a long way. And then just you being there encourages all these kids to continue on. And, it's not all seniors on stage. There's some of these kids, freshmen, sophomores in high school, and having this great Tommy Tunes experience motivates them to work even harder for the next season and the next season, as we have more and more of these programs and more opportunities that spring from these programs. So that, in my mind, is the reason why someone who is enthusiastic for and cares for the performing arts would want to have a part of the Tommy Tune experience.